Hey, JK here. I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done with week 11, and the playoff picture in fantasy football is looking clearer and clearer. While in the NFL, it is looking muddier and crazier every single week. You have teams that were high and mighty on top of their division with chinks in the armor now, and those that were low and down and out, like the Ravens, now surging back and hoping to retake the lead in the division, which is a ridiculous way to go, Steelers. And then, of course, you have my Redskins who cannot stay healthy. Apparently, those injuries mean that we cannot be a bad Miami Dolphins team, even though we absolutely had it in the bag. Daggone field goal kickers. Well, we're going to go ahead and get to the teams that we manage, the fantasy football teams that we are absolutely fighting for those playoff positions for and not having to worry about kickers for the most part. We're going to go ahead and start with the Jerome Horwich Purple Dragons. This week, we were able to keep our playoff hopes alive with a big win, 118-54. Our top scorer was CMC with 30 and then Jordan Love with 20. On the other side, Parker Washington only got 2 points. I talked him up so much last week and he fell flat on his face. And then Tez Johnson, big old goose egg. That was very unfortunate because I thought he was going to do well, but yep, the Bucs just got absolutely throttled by the Buffalo Bills. As we get to the adds and drops, I think I may have gone over these last week, but we're just going to go over them again. We added Alec Pierce and the Ravens defense and dropped Kayshon Boutte and Chase McLaughlin. As we mentioned at the very beginning, our playoff hopes are still alive. We are 4-7, and we have 3 really tough teams left. So it's going to be a long shot, but we're still alive, and that's kind of crazy. That's sad. But now we're going to move to the Vince McMahon Football Club. I cannot say the same for our playoff hopes as we were officially eliminated this past week, but it was a fluke loss, and I'm going to tell you why. The losing score was 156-170. You might think that's a pretty clear-cut loss. Nothing you could have done, right? No, hold on a minute. We got some talking to do. Our top scorer was Kyron Williams with 27 points, followed by the Dallas defense with 24, and then Trey McBride with 22. We also had 2 more guys with at least 20 points, Baker Mayfield and Aaron Jones Sr. And as we move on to the other side, Parker Washington, you got me 3 points, and Ladd McConkey, you got me 2 points, dude. We sat Deebo Samuel, who got us 16 points, or would have gotten us 16 points. Ollie Gordon, who would have gotten us 17 points. And Bam Knight, who would have gotten us 15 points. Do you know why this was a fluke loss? Not because Ladd McConkey got us 2 points, was because the opponent had Sean Tucker. You know how many points he scored in this league? 47. He was projected for 17. That's why it was a fluke loss. What? As we do the adds and drops, we added the Dallas defense, which did very good for us this past week. In Parker Washington, we dropped Kendrick Bourne and the Bears defense. So unfortunately, again, we are eliminated from the playoffs. It's frustrating. This league is that league where there's like 25 rounds and you literally play 11 people. So you have 14 people on your bench. You also have IR spots. So, not complaining, but at the same time, why do we have so many roster spots? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I will suggest we cut that down from like 25 to, 17. Knock out 8 rounds, 10 people. That's 80 more people in the pool. You might be thinking, oh, you just want some more guys to pick up on the waiver wire. That would be nice, but at the same time, I don't understand why we have a baseball roster for football, but I digress. We're going to jump on over to the Yahoo Leagues and talk about the Deranged Easter Bunny, where this week was a pretty big win for us as far as like the amount of points we scored and the amount we won by, 185-107. I was kind of worried, but then I was like, wait a minute, I got some guys going off for me. Our top scorer was Drake May with 48 points, then George Pickens got us 35, and then George Kittle coming to life with 26. Amon-Ra St. Brown only got a 6. It's a good thing we didn't need you because I would have lost my mind had you been the person that we lost because of. As you get to the adds and drops, they were short but also very unfortunate. We added Kamani Vidal. However, on the other side of the drops, J.K. Dobbins, he has been on our team multiple times previously in previous years, and we had to drop him because of injury. And then Travis Hunter because he got hurt, rolled out for the rest of the year. Very unfortunate. I really thought I had something with him, having the offensive points at the defensive position, but whatever. We'll see if that is also the case for next year. But with an 8-3 record, we're obviously still in the playoff chase and also have already clinched our spot. There are no bye weeks in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter if we're first or second, whatever it may be. We're actually going against the number one team this week, so it would be nice to be able to take that over, but it's all good. I mean, as long as we were in the top, I think it's 6. So of the, I think 12 teams, as long as we're in the top half. So definitely have that on point. And we're going to absolutely do our very best because we have guys in this league that are also in that other fraternity brother league with like the 25 roster spots. So I'm really hoping to get them back in this league. And the last team we're talking about, of course, the Party Time Party Boys, where we are still in the playoff hunt and still number 1 in our division and still number 2 overall. However, we just lost to the worst team in the league. Yep, that is very unfortunate. We lost 99-110. Now, this was also kind of fluky. I say kind of fluky because we had some really piss poor performances. We did have some guys that do very well for us, but the guys that just fell short, fell way short. Trey McBride got us 27 points. Derrick Henry got us 22, and Kyron Williams got us 16. So all those times that we needed Derrick Henry, you finally come through, and we pissed away because Josh Jacobs and David Montgomery got us 4 points each. Come on, dogs. Hez Johnson, you got us 1 point. Ooh, brother, 1 point. But Quentin Johnston got a 0. You got us a goose egg, brother. And we could have played, and I guess maybe should have played, Jakobi Meyers, because he's the only person that would have helped us in this situation, because he would have scored 12, and we lost by 11. So, this is an unfortunate loss because I thought for sure I was just going to win out and make our bad record at 5-6 right now. We're below 500. We're like the, 08 Chargers who made it with a 7-9 record or something like that. Playoffs and yeah. Anyways, let's hope that we don't embarrass ourselves over these next few weeks because we're only leading our division by 1 game and actually playing the guy who is behind us or directly behind us in the standings this week. So, ooh, let's come out with a big win. The drops were very short. We added the Dallas defense and dropped the Panthers defense. That was a terrible decision for us to pick them up, but it's all good. As we get to the people I think should add and drop, not really dropping anyone because there are already some crazy takes on ESPN and Yahoo about like the panic drops. Would not advise any of those. Talking about Saquon being one of those drops and talking like, oh, is Bijan Robinson still number 1? Look, I don't want Bijan. I wouldn't mind Saquon, but they're saying he's like mediocre. Brother, very similar to other teams. They're good in real life, but fantasy wise, they're not really that great. And I'm not saying I wouldn't take Saquon. I'm just saying that I never draft high enough to get him. In any case, let's get to the people you should be adding. Emmanuel Wilson, the backup running back for the Packers, because I'm not sure what's going on with Josh Jacobs. You only got me 4 points last week, and I'm really, really annoyed at you, but it's all good, man. If you're hurt, you're hurt. So the backup guy is definitely going to be stepping up. If they are going to have to rely on him, he can catch out of the backfield and do a little bit. They're going against a stingy Vikings defense this coming week, so could be a little tough sledding, but hey, man, get some screens, maybe get them pass rushing a little more, blitzing a little bit, get that out, and he'll be able to get a point for catching a pass and for taking a long way up the field. Moving out to wide receiver, I think you should add Michael Cooper, the guy who is taking over for Marvin Harrison Jr., because he's been ruled out again, and I really think that the fact that he got 18 targets from Jacoby Brissett and Trey McBride was still able to score 27 fantasy points for me, bro, pick that guy up and start him. I don't care if they're going against the Jaguars who had they really shut down Justin Herbert. You don't know what Jacoby Brissett is capable of. You just know that he is good. He is the best bad quarterback in the entire league. So run and tell that. One pass catch to another, except a little bulkier, bigger, stronger body. We're going with Theo Johnson, tight end for the Giants. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a sexy pickup. I'm just saying that he does have the love from Jackson Dart. So if Jackson Dart's able to come back, Theo Johnson's easy add and an easy play. Unless you have Trey McBride, then do not do that. Because Jacoby Brissett is like in love with Trey McBride, which so am I, but it's all good. So Theo Johnson is going to be another add I think you should have. Again, it's not going to hurt anything. I mean, at this point in time, if you don't have McBride, I mean, maybe Kittle, maybe Kelsey, but they're not going to be available. So yeah, Theo Johnson's your man. It's a very short list of people I think you should add, but those are going to be the vital ones. I hope that you are close to the playoffs, and some of my teams are. I hope you're not having to sweat it out till the last week of the league to get into the playoffs, or unfortunately fall out of the playoffs. But we will be here together, and I look forward to hearing about the individuals who won you your leagues, or at least won you spots, because Sean Tucker absolutely won this game this past. I'm still so mad at him. Anyway, this is JK. I want to thank you for sharing part of your day with me.